As much as the learning and development sector can be exciting right now, there are also many challenges that L&D teams face. In this video, I outline and provide advice on the top 4 challenges featured in the State of the Digital Learning report by Elucidat. Hi, Bianca Raby here, a CEO of a digital education agency, OPEDA. I spend a lot of time pondering the state of the education sector and dreaming up new ways of doing things. Then I promptly get brought back to reality when I sit down to scope a project for a client, listening to their business needs, current constraints, and top-down directives. During a recent musing of the internet, I stumbled upon Elucidat's latest report. The top 4 challenges highlighted by L&D teams resonated with me immediately. So here they are, along with some ideas from me as to how we can tackle these as learning designers. Challenge 1, struggling to manage stakeholders' expectations. This is a big one, but I find it can be mitigated by learning designers being very transparent on the steps that they take to bring a learning experience to life. Don't assume that your client or stakeholders know how much time it will actually take you to deliver their latest requests. They just won't. For example, if a clear process flow for developing a storyboard is established and followed, the client or stakeholder will be less likely to insist on a module title change right at the final moments. Using templates also provides the opportunity to provide new process efficiencies. Challenge 2, difficulties in responding to needs at speed while maintaining quality. Everyone always wants everything yesterday. It's just how it is. As much as we shouldn't be underestimating how long quality courses can take to build, we must also be able to respond to needs efficiently. One of the biggest criticisms of the current vocational sector in Australia, and everywhere else I imagine, is that it takes too long for a qualification to be updated. By the time updates happen, maybe the technology being featured could be superseded. In corporate L&D, there could be similar challenges with the need to keep up to date with internal systems, policy, process changes, and improving the overall quality of the digital experience to meet the learner's needs. L&D teams need time to design, develop, prototype, publish, test, and iterate. One way that we help mitigate this pressure on the centralised resources is to encourage a culture of learning. There is no shortage of information out there, and so encouraging self-directed learning is a good thing for everyone. That said, there can be too much of a good thing. When faced with vast amounts of information, we can easily become overwhelmed due to the increased cognitive load. There is a lot involved in filtering and selecting to find out what is relevant. L&D teams can help by identifying what is a priority for learners and focusing on this in the first instance. Challenge 3, not able to develop a future-proof vision for L&D. What does future-proof even mean? This is at the heart of this problem, really. The future is unknown, but we do have some clues. For one thing, we know that technology is not going to go backwards. Things are not going to get less automated. So we can safely predict that some of the low bandwidth tasks that we do now will be done by technology soon. I mean, look at what ChatGPT is doing already. Many organisations are already using a number of AI tools, and this requires an understanding of how these tools can be used effectively and ethically. As learning designers, it's our job to assess the tools and utilise them to ensure we produce learner-centred experiences that actually deliver on the agreed outcomes. The vision comes from the ability to look at the macro environment and build everything to be iterable, standalone, and flexible. Challenge 4, facing reductions in already limited resources. Budgets are tightening for a multitude of reasons. L&D professionals who can streamline designs, automate where possible, and get their hands dirty when needed will be elevated in every organisation. Doing more with less is the key. As the one hiring learning designers, I love it when they tell me that they used a tool to get something done more quickly or found a way around a problem using their creativity. The other part to this challenge is the ability to assess on the spot whether something is worth the extra time spent. For example, I recently observed that a project team was assigning the task of creating PDFs to our graphic designer. She was using Illustrator to create them, which took twice as much time and made them difficult to edit for anyone else in the team. The marginal improvement in their appearance compared to simply converting a nicely formatted document into a PDF did not justify the additional cost. Learning designers have always needed to be savvy with their time, and now even more so. Helpful? I hate being a negative Nelly with the video on challenges, however, these are important macro trends to consider within an ever-changing environment. Drop me a line with anything that you've got to say about this. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to click like and subscribe to the channel. For a more exciting video on the macro trends affecting us, please check out this one on microlearning. And join OPEDA's Learning Design Rocks community to meet and network with other teachers and LDs. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay awesome.